a mouse in the Olympics because in honor of the Olympics.
Oh.
So this, I'm not really familiar with the Olympics, modern day Olympics, but I am familiar with Greek Olympics, where it originated from. So this is what the story is based off of. Little Timothy Rockwell was a simple farm mouse living in the city of Athens. All his life, Timothy dreamt of becoming the first ever mouse in the Summer Olympics. When he wasn't doing chores, he watched the farm boy Jason train during his spare time, swimming, running, throwing, and jumping. Oh, how Timothy wished to be like Jason, so athletic, so bold. But Timothy was none of those things. Most importantly, though, he wasn't human. He was just a simple farm mouse, and although very intelligent, mice cannot compete in the games due to their size. But that did not discourage Timothy in the slightest bit. Sure, he was too small compared to compete, but that doesn't mean he can't train. So for the next 3 years, Timothy worked on his long jumps, 100-meter dash, swimming, 5K run, and disc throw. And for a mouse, he was pretty good, almost as good as a human. One day during practice, a girl from next door who was a friend of Jason and Timothy visited them while her brothers herded sheep. There, Sarah Lois witnessed a fantastic mouse perform extraordinary skills with the discus throw. "That was amazing," Sarah commented to the mouse as he was taking his break. Timothy wiped the sweat from his face. "Why, thank you, Sarah," Timothy thanked her. "I've seen people perform discus throws almost my whole life, but never before have I seen a mouse who could throw a discus almost as far as a human," she gasped. You should compete for this year's Summer Olympics," she suggested slightly excitedly. It was then Jason decided to take his break and join in on the conversation. "Huh, a mouse in the Olympics? There was no way Tim could compete," said Jason. "Oh, and you could, you 3-time cut champion," Sarah fired back, which shut Jason up well. "Jason is right, Sarah. Mice are too small. There's no way I'll ever live up to them," explained Timothy sadly. "And what if they're wrong? Listen, it doesn't matter how big or small you are. What's important is how you play the game," Sarah encouraged. "Listen, even if I could play, I would still be at a disadvantage," said Timothy. "Never say never," she said. She held out her hand on the table so Timothy could climb on. "Come on, let's go talk to my uncle," she said. Timothy listened and climbed on, and he, Jason, and Sarah made their way over to Sarah's uncle's house. After arriving to Mr. Lois's house, Sarah's uncle, she explained to him how talented Timothy was, and that he should compete in the games this year. Mr. Lois was a sponsor and sports advisor for the Summer Olympics. "I got to say, I never in my life have heard a mouse who was good enough to compete in the Olympics. It takes a lot of work for the average man. Tell me, Timothy, what's your best skill?" asked Mr. Lois. Timothy took a deep breath and took out a small discus for him to throw. The object flew across the room, out the window, who disappeared within the grove of olive trees. Mr. Lois was impressed. "That's something I've never seen. Incredible!" Mr. Lois clapped his hands. "So does that mean he can compete, Uncle?" Sarah asked. Mr. Lois thought it through a little bit. "It will be rather difficult, but with your talent, I say we try it." "Yay!" the others cheered. And in the next 2 months, Timothy found himself in the middle of the arena, getting ready for the discus throw. The crowd cheered. It was a dream come true for Timothy. Although, in the end, Timothy did not win the discus throw. But the mouse didn't mind one bit. All he wanted was a chance to compete, and that all came true. And maybe next year he would win a medal. But our story doesn't end there. Zeus, king of the gods, recognized Timothy for his great sportsmanship and perseverance, that he decreed that there shall be a separate Olympics for any mice like Timothy who dreamt to compete. So in the next 5 years came the first ever Mouse Olympics, a game where Timothy competed and won for 10 years. The end. Thank you.
Hey guys, my name is Francis, and well, before I sing, I'm going to tell you a little story. My dog, she's a miniature schnauzer, and she's like just beautifully white. Turns out she doesn't really like other dogs, and I thought that she was racist. She doesn't like any other breeds than her own, but turns out she doesn't like any other dogs. So,
That's her prerogative.
huh?
That's her choice.
Yeah. So, lately we are now like dog sitting for a friend, and she just has she has a very bad attitude towards him. And she keeps on snapping at him and like almost biting him, and I'm like, listen, dog. And I was like just confronting her, and she was like sitting down, I was sitting down, and I was like talking to her. I'm like, why do you have to be so mean? Like, can you like turn into like the loving dog that I've known that you were as a little puppy? Like,
Whatever.
but then she just looked at me like, are you done talking? So she's
Just one of
a
those.
character. Yeah. I'm kind of confused. Wait, no, that's not it. No.
Francis, it's up on the,
What? Where? Where?
it's on the mountain.
Oh, I'm blind.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's true.
You got it?
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh, whoops. Okay.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be singing "Crossing a Bridge" from the musical Anastasia. I
Like I
love
suggested.
Anastasia. Like this is my new favorite musical.
Oh, okay.
Wait, wrong song. Look at the sky, look at the water, somebody's bridge, somebody's daughter. Who could have known I'd be alone crossing this bridge? Rotating here, somebody calling, sun going down, shadows are falling, shimmering you. Dangerous too, crossing your bridge, halfway between where I've been and where I'm going, in between wondering why and finally knowing. Thousands of lights shining below me. Somebody waits, somebody know me. Maybe we're sharing this beautiful night. Me on the left wing, you on the right. Almost in sight. Crossing a bridge. Every light is like a promise. Every light could be a clue. One of them might be you. Now I gotta quickly pause it before it goes into another song.
Woohoo!
Anybody else?
Casey, let's do something. Move you up here.
What am I doing?
Don't forget, you guys still got to do the cha-cha slide.
Oh, right, we should do that.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, that's the song down.
I
Don't listen to
said
me.
I moved Julia.
They don't listen to me.
They don't listen to me.
So is this where they have lunch?
Oh, they're all against you. You guys should.
Dancing.
Dancing now, okay.
There he is.
Oh, it's gonna
Get over
be.
here. Get over here.
Moving this for
It
safekeeping.
reminds me of James.
So the next dance we're going to do is called the Cha-Cha Slide. It is a very common line dance in like teens nowadays. It's pretty fun to do, if I say so myself.
You're a teen and just said teens nowadays.
It started with the adults though.
Yeah.
This is something new, the Casper Slide Part 2, featuring the Platinum Band. And this time, we're gonna get funky,
What are you doing?
Woo!
funky, funky.
Get funky, Mario.
Everybody clap your hands. Clap, clap, clap your hands. Clap, clap, clap your hands. All right, now, to the basic step. To the left.
Where's my left?
Take it back now, y'all.
Oh, come
Right
on.
up this time. Right foot, let's stop. Left foot, let's stop.
Everybody clap your hands.
And that's our dance routine. Thank you all.
Wow.
This is a sign.
They do that with a lot of
Okay,
things.
God, if you believe in me or
Yeah.
Allah, please. I don't want to do improv.
But it's not always what you want.
Yeah, it's not always what I want.
He's gonna help you.
Okay.
Let's go.
Wow, I feel like Blue Man Group. I have like an entire like full set of like people up here. Awesome.
You just for your improv.
No, I don't use you. I'm a captain. I'm supposed to help you get out into the world. I'm not supposed to beat you or strangle you or make you cry deep down inside.
I do that on a daily basis.
I know. But that's not because of me. That's because of Gush. That's not me.
Mr. Gush bullies us.
I'm just going backtrack to earlier, how remembering me and Gush tend to do a little comedy skit known as Who's on First, What's on Second.
Second,
I don't know what's
third.
on there.
I don't know
Third.
where I am in life right now.
You got a problem?
Yes, I do. Unload. Okay, now, have any of you ever been to a baseball game? I mean, Tampa Bay Rays, Buccaneer Pirates,
Whatever.
Chicago Bears. I don't know sports, as you can tell.
Baseball.
But I recently went to one, and the captains tend to go to one yearly, I've been told. And I went to one, and I noticed a Jumbotron. And my dad, being a sportsman, was like, man, I'd love to watch this game at home on that. We don't have room for a Jumbotron.
Oh,
Okay, we lived in a trailer 2 months ago.
oh.
Now we have a house. Where are you going to put a Jumbotron? Where do you think we have the money to pay for a Jumbotron? You want to know what my dad is doing now? He is trying to build a Jumbotron
Nice.
in our backyard.
Nice.
Yeah, that's my weekends, helping him try and find wiring in old TV sets. No, don't study for SAT. Help me build a Jumbotron.
Okay, we're gonna go ahead and restart.
Hey, let's restart.
Okay,
Starting where you are.
no, it's too late. You restarted.
Oh,
You see the dance again. Oh, now you don't get funky yet, guys.
This is something new, the Casper Slide Part 2, featuring the Platinum Band. And this time, we're gonna get funky,
Extra funky. Yeah, the music worked last time.
funky,
Extra
funky.
funky.
Everybody clap your hands. Clap, clap, clap your hands. Clap, 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 clap your hands. All right, now, we're gonna do the basic step. To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Right foot, let's stop. Left foot, let's stop. Cha-cha, real smooth.
Woo!
Turn it out.
you do good.
To the left. Take it back now, y'all. One hop this time. Right foot, let's stop. Cha-cha now, y'all. Now it's time to get
Oh,
funky.
that's good.
To the right now.
Wait.
To the left. Take
Yeah,
it back
how's
now,
that doing?
y'all. One hop this
I don't know
time.
how I'm going.
One hop this time. Right foot, 2 stumps. Left foot, 2 stumps. Slide to the left.
That's
Slide
not
to the right. Crisscross.
Oh,
Crisscross. Cha-cha, real smooth.
cha-cha.
Let's go to work.
He really does it.
To the left.
Wow.
Take it back now, y'all. 2 hops this time. 2 hops this time. Right foot, 2 stumps. Left foot, 2 stumps. Hands on your knees. Hands on your
This
knees.
feels awkward.
Oh.
Can you get away from me?
Cha-cha now, y'all.
It was a beautiful sight.
Turn it out.
What, that's
To the left.
Oh, no.
Now, y'all. 5 hops this time.
Did we have this
Right
in
foot,
Zoom?
left stump. Left foot, left stump. Right foot again. Left foot again. Right foot, left stump. Left foot, left stump. Freeze!
Everybody clap your hands.
How low can you go?
Would you be
Can you go
surprised?
down low? All the way to the front.
There's a speaker right here.
How low?
Franny!
Can you bring it to the top?
Oh, what?
Like it never stopped? Can you bring it to the top? 1 hop. Right foot down. Left foot now, y'all. Cha-cha, real smooth.
Cha-cha.
He does it very good.
Turn it out.
They are good.
To the left. Take it back now, y'all. 1 hop this time. 1 hop this time.